Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here on FingerLakes1.com. On October 5th, 2016, I'm joined here in studio with FingerLakes1.com President Jim Sinacropi, lead news editor Josh Durso, and network administrator Jess Miuticone. Welcome back, boys.
Hi.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
October is here.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, last week it was last Wednesday of September, and we've had the first full weekend of October, and now it's October 5th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it'll be 2017.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's not talk about that quite yet. Let's get started by throwing things over to Josh to share with us our top local news stories of the week here at FingerLakes1.com.
Okay, so 3 interesting news stories this week, and actually most of them came in the last few days. All over the board, though. First, 22-year-old RIT student dies at Roseland Wake Park. Not Roseland Water Park, but Wake Park. Canandaigua police say an investigation into the death of Valentine Benjamin Hollingsworth, a Massachusetts resident, is ongoing. He was an RIT student. He was found unresponsive in a wake pool approximately 9 feet below the surface on September 24th around 4:30 p.m. He was transported to Thompson Medical Center in Canandaigua and then to Strong Memorial Hospital for further treatment. He wound up dying from a brain bleed. The investigation is essentially working on trying to figure out if the brain bleed was caused by a fall or if it were caused by a prior medical condition. That said, Roseland it isn't a criminal investigation. Roseland is not at fault for the accident. However, the New York State Department of Labor cited Roseland for 2 violations, one of which involved the park failing to report the death for 4 days.
What?
So he dies, the accident happens on the 22nd, and the report indicates that he died on the 22nd, but it was not reported to the New York State Department of Labor until the 27th.
Oh, geez.
Problematic for Roseland.
But it was reported to the police.
Right.
Yeah.
But-
They didn't, hide a
body for
yeah.
4 days. Yeah, that was my initial.
Yeah, but I guess it's just maybe it's a mix-up in terms of how it's reported. Maybe they thought there was some sort of mechanism where if they call 911 and they report that the incident happened, that it's automatically going to go to the Department of Labor.
Yeah.
But they continued they remained operational, and that was the second violation. The second violation is that when something like that happens, basically anytime you have to call 911 or perform CPR at a park like that on a ride, that ride has to be shut down until it's inspected.
Sure.
And they failed those two marks.
Yikes.
So
Wake Park is not the water park, but the same property.
right, same company.
But are they right next door to each other? I actually never heard of the Roseland Wake Park. I assumed it was the water park.
That was one of the things, and it appears as though it's actually on Canandaigua Lake.
Oh, so it's on the other side
It's
of the
actually,
street.
yeah, it's on the other. Yeah, it's on the other side, pushing down. I can't actually recall what the name of that street is, but down there.
Yep.
So that's and some of the reaction over the last day since that news came out has been a lot of knee jerk from people saying, "Oh, I'm never going to go back there again." Isolated incident. Unfortunately, if you look at theme parks across the country, accidents like this happen from time to time, and it's an unfortunate reality. There's not a lot that can be done.
It's sad.
Law enforcement, here's one that everyone I'm sure has heard about by now, creepy clowns. Law enforcement is dealing with a variety of creepy clown sightings throughout the Finger Lakes. Creepy clown sighting in Canandaigua on Saturday night turned out to be a 16-year-old resident, according to authorities in Ontario County. Residents reported a creepy clown walking down Middle Cheshire Road. The 16-year-old said he didn't mean any harm, but police said due to the rainy, dreary weather, that essentially it created a little bit of havoc. The person who reported it, according to the Canandaigua Messenger, actually went after the person, not chased after them, but after they passed and reported it, they drove back and they saw the person walking into their driveway. It sounds like a big misunderstanding, but Penyan, lots of reports in Rochester. Wayne County, I talked to Sheriff Verts in Wayne County. They've had 3 up there, 2 unfounded and 1 just unsubstantiated. Those creepy clown sightings reports are coming in, whether it be through people reporting it or through social media.
Yeah.
Chief Peenstra here in Seneca Falls said last night that a lot of this sort of craze is coming from Facebook, and that's where a lot of these things are stirring up. And he said the biggest problem or the biggest concern with it is that it's freaking kids out. Little kids.
Well, it's strange. Some people are naturally scared of clowns, and so when you're sitting around your house, you look out your window and there's a clown walking down the street. It's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But nobody's breaking the law by doing that. Although I suppose if you do it with the knowledge of the disruption it could cause, it could be disturbing the peace.
Right.
It could be like shouting fire in a movie theater that's not on fire.
But
why bother?
Actually, that was one of the things I asked Chief Peenstra last night, and he said it would be very, very, very difficult to actually make that stick.
I think it adds a lot to the old Halloween spirit.
Right.
You know, there's nothing
bad. It is
bad.
October.
Yeah.
I mean, Jessamy, how would you feel about a clown walking down your street?
It would be unnerving, I suppose, but I'd talk to the clown.
Yeah.
You're so friendly.
Well, yeah.
My kids are nervous.
What's
My kids
happening?
are scared.
If I feel like if they were scaring my children, I'd be more upset.
That's a different scenario, I guess. If you have kids,
Yeah.
and your kids are, but like you said, your son was approached about it at school.
Yeah, my older son, he's in 3rd grade, and he came home talking about it.
Yeah.
Saying a girl had claimed she saw a clown doing something terrible.
Right.
And so, of course, rumors are going to go around. But then my younger son, who's in 1st grade, said, I'm not sure if I want to go trick-or-treating this year. And I thought, oh, no. And so now they're already freaked out by dolls and clowns, my two. I don't know why. So now, yeah, we're just taking it to a whole new level.
I don't like clowns.
I guess that's where I wonder where it goes next is how does it impact Halloween? Do the reports then become totally spiked on the days, on the few days leading up to Halloween and create a nightmare situation?
I imagine that clowns are a popular costume this year.
Now they are.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, other news. 2 women were attacked by coyotes over the weekend in Wayne County. No serious injuries, no gruesome attacks, but 2 women and a dog. Both were Wolcott residents. Deputies are unsure if the 2 attacks were perpetrated by the same coyote, but they did kill one. So in the second incident, the dog was killed. So they sent it off to be tested for rabies and run through the usual gauntlet of tests. Like I said, everyone's fine. Everyone's alive. This time of year, it seems to sort of come up where you're dealing with this kind of situation. Hunting season starts picking up, and you start seeing more animals on the move. Deer are on the move right now.
Being pushed outside of the...
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things, not too much cause for concern, but if you do have kids, if you do have pets, as I recall, I think it was just a couple of years ago here in Seneca, was it last year or the year before in Seneca Falls, a dog was attacked by a coyote.
Yeah.
So it's not totally unheard of. It can happen. It does happen, but
Be cautious.
Be careful. Yeah. And don't feed the wild animals, no matter what they are, because at the end of the day, you're inviting all sorts of critters and wild critters.
We all share the same planet. Coyotes need to live and breed too.
Yep.
But strange that they would attack. Normally, they're afraid of people.
Yeah, which I would assume is the reason why they immediately went for the rabies test.
Right.
Because I would have to assume that that would be one reason. But there again, we all share one planet, and we are invading their space.
Bears and coyotes lately have been seen around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bear in Geneva and Clyde and
There was a bear in Geneva?
Wasn't there a bear in Geneva last year?
Yep.
I know there was
last
one in
year.
Clyde.
Yep, that was last year. But there again, that's another one. Usually towards spring, it seems like when they start to move, we start to see sort of scattered reports of bears moving through they move north to south, south to north.
Foraging.
Doing their thing. Doing their bear thing.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The
Bear stuff.
thing.
It's just bear stuff. Anyway, there's lots of other news stories on fingerlakes1.com.
More than just those 3 stories.
More than just those 3 stories, believe it or not. Check it out, all the latest and much more.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the weather. After a stretch of rainy days that we haven't seen in months, we have a great couple of unseasonably warm, sunny days ahead through Friday. Friday will be sunny and warm with a high in the upper 70s. Saturday will be partly sunny with a 60% chance of showers later in the day and a high near 70. Sunday will be much cooler with a high of 60 degrees under partly sunny skies and just a 30% chance of a morning shower.
Hey, just to clarify, that graphic's wrong. It's not a 50% chance of rain Friday. It's not going to rain Friday. It's going to be all sun, like you said. But that graphic's wrong. It says 50% chance of rain. So our graphics department, some head's going to roll in our graphics department.
Come on.
Trouble.
But the rest of that is correct, and that chance of rain on Sunday is likely in the morning. So while it will be cool Sunday will be a nice day. And as I always say with the weather, Jessica, there's a 40% chance that it's not going to rain.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Well, as always, check out the latest local forecast and live radar at our local weather center at fingerlakes1.com. So I was pretty sad that it rained last weekend because as I said, I was in a wedding on Saturday.
Yeah, sure.
And I said, even if it's raining all day and it just clears up for the pictures, it'll be great. But it ended up being dry all through the ceremony, and then as soon as the ceremony ended and we went to go outside, it was in Penyan, overlooking the lake, it started pouring, downpouring. But I have to say, the coolest thing about it is the photographer, which is actually a local photographer, Tellier Studios out of Waterloo. He came in with this armful of clear umbrellas, and it was a huge bridal party, so everyone had these clear umbrellas, and I think it's going to make for some pretty amazing pictures. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I was pretty happy.
Where was the wedding at in Penyan?
The wedding ceremony was at the Norton Chapel. Right there behind
and how about the reception?
It was at the Moose.
The Moose Lodge?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a big wedding. My friend from, I met her when I was 4th grade. She's been my best friend since 8th grade. I went back to school there, and yeah, I was pretty happy for her. So
Nice.
October weddings have become much more popular in the recent years.
Yeah.
And I got married in October.
You did.
yeah.
What's the
Your
draw to
anniversary's coming
October?
up then.
There's less going on than in the summer. I don't think anybody really wants to get dressed up and go to a wedding when it's 92 degrees out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it rained on my wedding day. Not until we got married at St. Patrick's Church in Seneca Falls, and it was a really nice, comfortable day. And then we went to the Holiday Inn in Auburn for the reception. We stopped at Hoops Park to take our photos, and it started raining there. And our photographer did not have clear umbrellas. But that was a long time ago.
Well, rain on a wedding day is supposed to be good luck. Not that I believe in luck, but we'll just take it as it is.
Okay.
All right, Jessamy, what's going on here in the Finger Lakes this weekend? You're up.
Put on my spectacles for this so I can read.
Where are your glasses, Jessica? I see that you have glasses now. You're not happy about it?
No, I'm the last one in my family. I thought I was going to get away scot-free, never need glasses. But I've been noticing in the distance when I'm driving that I can't see as well. So I use them when I'm driving or when I'm looking at things.
I need glasses, but I haven't got them yet. Would you ever go to contacts?
Yeah, I have to set my appointment. I do. I want colored contacts, too. I think that'd be fun.
What color would you go?
Green or blue. My mom has green eyes, so I think that's pretty neat.
I would go bright orange.
Yeah. Something off the wall.
Yeah, for Halloween.
I'm sticking with glasses
For
because it's
Halloween.
easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't need contacts.
Couldn't handle touching my eye.
Hey, I don't know that I want to do that either. I wouldn't touch your eye, Josh.
Any eye.
Listen to me. Listen.
Sorry to interrupt.
I know. Come on. Some great events going on here. It's a great time of year, October, to visit the Canandaigua Farmers Market on Saturday. Agricultural vendors produce a wide variety of quality vegetables, fruits, flowers, meats, and eggs. Chickens produce the eggs. Small-scale food processors offer a variety of freshly baked goods, which Jessica made us some baked goods here. Sauces, pickles, jams, maple products like maple candies. Anybody like that? Maple candy?
I don't.
I do not like maple candy.
I don't mind it.
I don't eat it. Specialty mustards and honey. Vendors are required to sell only what they produce. Well, that's nice.
Wow.
The market has been running every Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. since June, and now that harvest season has arrived, this Saturday will be a great time to check out the only farmer-run market in Ontario County. More information is available at CanandaiguaFarmersMarket.com. That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
I like farmers markets.
Well, that's why this time of year, that's been all summer long, and
Yeah.
Saturdays in Canandaigua, and there's one today. I went every Wednesday in Seneca Falls, but when October hits, got some nice variety of products there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me I need to pick up my CSA before... it's getting late. Do you love wine?
Yes.
Do you love beautiful fall foliage?
Yes.
Both are great.
Do you like delicious food?
My book.
Live
Love it.
entertainment?
Yep.
Okay, if so, Tree Levin by King Ferry Winery invites you to join their annual Harvest Fest Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Both days. The 2-day celebration includes numerous festival activities such as traditional grape stompings. There's going to be pumpkin painting contests, wine and craft beer, lawn games, and live entertainment. Come with an empty stomach, as local food trucks will be serving up scrumptious grub.
Mm.
The festival will be at 658 Lake Road in King Ferry.
I like it.
You like
Sounds fun.
Who doesn't love wine, food, and fall foliage?
it? And entertainment.
I know.
Entertainment, too, I mean.
You're not a big fan
Win,
of
win, win,
entertainment,
win.
I understand. Here's another fall festival. Only can happen this time of year, so here they are. Head down south of Ithaca for this year's Candor Fall Festival. A mix of scarecrows, not clowns, scarecrows, quilts, wood carvings, baked goods, book sales, tours, good food, yard sales, and a variety of other great experiences. Businesses, organizations, and churches throughout the village of Candor sponsor open houses, bake sales, a community sing, antiques,
wow.
yard sales, dinners, special sales, and more. A community sing.
Is that where people just sing together?
I assume, yeah,
I like it.
sort of like a, I don't know.
Like carolers?
Like
Yeah,
caroling
maybe
in
like
the...
carolers. You just go to different people's houses and sing.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that view of Candor. Okay. Lastly, on the list of events here, how do you guys feel about Harry Potter? Big
Never
fan.
got into Harry Potter.
What about Harry Potter's pets?
Sure.
Owls, rats.
That
I
can
do
get
love
into.
owls.
Yeah.
I can get into
well,
pets.
if you're into that, the Seneca Park Zoo is bringing some animals like those in the Harry Potter movies to the Seneca Meadows Education Center at 1977 State Route 414 in Seneca Falls on Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m., not a.m.,
I can get behind
which
that.
is probably a better time to see owls, 3 to 4 a.m. But anyway,
Very true.
dress up as your favorite Harry Potter character or come just as you are. Muggles are welcome. Just to be clear, Muggles are non-magic using folk, the regular folk like us. Or am I? Or am I? To register, call 315-539-5624. The cost is $5 per person or $15 per family. That'd be gold galleons if you're paying in
Harry Potter money.
wizard currency.
Wow.
There's another event.
But not really. It's an ongoing
Right.
thing.
This is an ongoing thing that we've talked about
In
before.
October.
Pumpkin chunking.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
it's back.
Yeah, it continues at Varick Winery for the entire month of October. Release your tensions by hurling pumpkins every Saturday and Sunday.
I think I might
Again,
go down there for that.
You should. That's at Varick Winery.
I'd like to try that before October's out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Release your tensions.
So
I still would
Like
like to
to
know
come
how
to
that
yoga.
how that physically works.
I think you
to release your
catapult them.
tensions?
We were talking
I think
about
there's
yoga.
a
Yeah.
catapult, yeah.
There's a lot of other events. It's not the only thing. Just like the news stories are. There's more available if you go to our site, fingerlakes1.com.
Those aren't the only events?
No, they're not.
Wow.
These are mostly fall festivals, though.
Yes.
This fall.
Yes. Lots to do.
Fingerlakes1.com community calendar. Check it out.
And you can
Great.
submit your event, too, if you don't see it years there already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You're
Yep.
having a
Well,
fall
what's
festival.
going on in sports?
sports. The Syracuse Orange football team take their 2-3 record down to Winston-Salem, North Carolina to face the Wake Forest Demon Deacons on 7 p.m. on Saturday. The game will be televised regionally, which means it will likely be on the YES Network or MSG Network on your cable provider or satellite feed. Wake Forest is 4-1 in the year. They lost last week to North Carolina State for their first loss. That's some ACC action for the Cuse. Hope they win that one. The Buffalo Bills will be looking for their third straight win when they visit the Los Angeles Rams, who are moved to Los Angeles this year, for a 4:25 kickoff on Sunday. That game will be on CBS. And a big test for the undefeated Cornell Big Red football team is they visit the Harvard Creepy Clowns for a matchup. Just Harvard. For a matchup atop the Ivy League standings at 1. Both teams undefeated atop the Ivy League standings. That game in Massachusetts. And the 5-0 Hobart Statesmen will travel to Troy, New York to face the Rensselaer Crazy Clowns at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Creepy clowns, right?
Yes.
Not crazy. And it's homecoming weekend in Ithaca as the 2-2 Ithaca College Bombers host the Harvard Creepy Clowns in Empire 8 action at Butterfield Stadium. That game kicks off at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Homecoming weekend down at Ithaca College. And if that's not enough football for you, let's check out the local high school slate. Friday night, Victor hosts Fairport. Palmac visits Waterloo. East Rochester Gananda plays host to Mid-Lakes. And in Clyde Savannah, they're taking that 5-minute drive down Route 31 to face Lions. On Saturday, Marcus Whitman visits Dundee. South Seneca Romulus Teaburg travels to Red Jacket. Wayne is at Penn Yan. And Minders visits Nichols. The Nichols Creepy Clowns in a non-league matchup. All those games are slated for 1 p.m. At 2 o'clock, however, Canandaigua will be at Greece Arcadia. And at 7 p.m. for the nightcap, Geneva will host Newark in a Finger Lakes East matchup. We'll have all the scores throughout the weekend at fingerlakes1.com. The New York Mets, or you may know them, the Nye Mets, are in the playoffs, although it's as a wild card. And tonight they face the San Francisco Giants in a one-game showdown. Winner go home. 8 o'clock on ESPN. If they win, they'll face the Cubs at 9 p.m. on Friday night and again on Saturday night at 8 p.m. And finally, the Rochester Rhinos are in action in the second round of the USL soccer playoffs when they face the New York Red Bulls in New York City at 7 p.m. on Friday night. That's all the sports. Follow our sports page for more sports news and results of all those contests.
Sporting contests this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football season is upon us. Great. Well, let's jump into our top local photos of the week. Grapes, like this bunch in Fayette, photographed by Rachel Burkholder, are being harvested in the Finger Lakes, and while the crop is scant, the taste is amazing. The dry weather has made them very sweet this year.
Those look good.
They do look good. Next up, Ben Nolan shared this scene on a warm, quiet early autumn evening last Wednesday in Kershaw Park at the north end of Canandaigua Lake in Canandaigua.
That's not, the leaves haven't changed yet.
No.
They're just starting
Just
to.
starting to see it, yeah.
I was expecting, because of the dry weather, that they were going to all fall like a week ago and it was going to be done. But I think we're in store for a pretty vibrant foliage season, probably starting this weekend. They'll really start to turn around here. So.
I love it. So beautiful. So, all right. Robert Stopper shared this photo of fall colors and beautiful skies at the Apple Shed in Fairville, just northeast of Newark on Sunday afternoon.
Fairville,
That's
little
beautiful.
hamlet of Newark, and those are mums.
Sure.
So pretty. And Jerry Burgee captured the sunrise near Romulus over Cayuga Lake on Saturday to open the month of October here in the Finger Lakes.
First sunrise of October right there on Cayuga Lake, and enjoy your time out on the water because it's coming to an end, people.
That picture
Sure
is amazing.
It is nice. What do they call the jet plane trails? Is that what that is? A contrail, yeah.
I could stare at that picture for days.
Oh, Josh, you're a really sensitive soul. I didn't know. It's great.
It's a fantastic picture. Come on.
We'll see if Jerry will print that for you, Josh.
You notice Josh is snacking out also over here.
He's gnawing.
I'm guilty. Yeah, I have been. Yep.
Well, great photos, everyone. And if you'd like to share your local photos from across the region, click on the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right of our homepage at fingerlakes1.com. There's a good chance you'll see your photo in next week's show. So, Jim, what are this week's network highlights?
On Weber this week, Judge Mike Miller of Newark was in talking about law enforcement and some Major League Baseball playoffs. The GolfJ.com podcast was a great episode for our season finale. After the Ryder Cup, we recap the Ryder Cup. And we also do a little fantasy mock draft for fantasy golf for the upcoming season. That's good. Kenny's Two Pennies. I recommend watching this one. He gave his opinions on Kim Kardashian's recent escapades, as he called them, in Paris.
I see.
Yikes. Interesting.
It
She
was a
was
good one.
robbed.
She was
Yeah,
robbed.
and Kenny has
clear.
opinions. It's good Kenny's Two Pennies. It's always less than 10 minutes. Throw it on there. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And the Crash Course podcast was in Utah last week, and they live streamed that derby, and they had a show last night. The 31st lap is tomorrow night at 7:15, local motorsports roundup. Inside the FLX tomorrow, Josh, we have a local area radio personality.
WYSL radio host Michael Warren Thomas.
Michael Warren Thomas
He's
in studio.
Big in the wine and Finger Lakes industry.
Well, that'd be interesting.
I see.
And then this Sunday at about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, I think, I can't tell you the start time exactly, the Minders Athletics Hall of Fame ceremony, induction ceremony, will be streamed live from NYCC. We do that every year, and that's always great if you are a Minders student or a resident of Seneca Falls or a Minders alumni. It's enjoyable to watch and hear the stories and see some people that maybe you haven't seen. So that's streamed live all on FingerLakes1.tv.
Or if you're married to a Hall of Fame athlete like you.
Right. My wife being inducted for her, the 1993 volleyball team's being inducted. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
So neat. That
A
is
little
so
brush
cool.
with greatness.
Yep.
That's
So
exciting.
That's everything going on FingerLakes1.tv. And we have We have about 2 minutes left here.
Great.
Wow.
Great. Well, then let's talk about what you guys have been up to. Anyone get in
Let's
the
talk
kitchen?
about these awesome
Apparently
baked
you've
goods
been in the
that
kitchen.
you made in the kitchen.
Now, to be clear, this is baking, not cooking.
Right.
This is true.
These are pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. And some have frosting and some don't.
They whooped my butt in a cookie contest a few years back, and I had to try them, and we love them.
We made these last year, and they're great. You do a good job. And when Christmas comes, last Christmas you brought me a big tin full of all sorts of
Yes.
Christmas cookies, and I ate them all.
No pressure. No pressure to repeat.
Oh no, there is pressure to repeat.
What are these
FLX
adorable
Weekly
little
is
utensils?
expecting it.
Well, these are pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and they won a contest a few years back. And they have like a pecan. I actually use like a pecan cream cheese frosting and a little sprinkle of fall sprinkles.
Each one
The
has
pumpkin chocolate chip combo is nice. It's good. They're very
Yeah.
good.
My mom makes pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, but she doesn't
She
put this
does?
cream cheese frosting on top, nor are there adorable little forks in every one like these.
Well, that was to keep the saran wrap from sticking to the frosting.
Now, what is
But
Pro tips.
what is your favorite item to cook in the fall? Bake
oh
in the
gosh,
fall.
to bake,
Bake if you have to choose.
I definitely like anything with like pumpkin or apple, like apple crisp. We made, like I mentioned last week, pumpkin. We had to make these. My older son was begging, but I love to like cook stews and soups. And
I
stuff
like
that.
making sauce for spaghetti and meatballs and all that stuff, and
Sounds so
I like making
good.
chili. And this past weekend, I made cabbage soup.
Oh, I love cabbage soup.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not, but
Cabbage.
Cabbage
Yeah.
soup is great for fall and winter.
I made
With some
chili.
Toasty
past
bread
weekend.
to dip into the broth.
Right.
Yum.
I make it a
Oh,
little
yeah, you have
spicy.
to, yeah.
It's good. Well, we no longer have 2 more minutes. It's time to go.
All right, we'll wrap it up. Please remember, if you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy our show, please share with your friends. We'd love to have
Word of
more
mouth.
viewers.
Word of
yeah, we love doing this every week. It's a lot of fun. So please feel free to tell your friends. We'll be back live next Wednesday afternoon at 12:30 for another edition of FLX Weekly. Enjoy the rest of your week and the second weekend of October in the Finger Lakes. Bye.